Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. On today's episode of the how-to series, this is going to be a quick, simple video. I'm going to show you how to remove the headrest on your 6th gen Camaro. Whether you have a base model or a ZL1, it's going to be the same process for either model. Now we don't need to run to the tool bench because we only need a panel removal tool and a hook tool to get this headrest out. I'm going to bring you in closer, we'll zoom in, I'll show you what you need to do. Now you might be wondering, Juan, why do you need to take your headrest out? What is even the purpose of this? I know it's a question that's asked quite frequently on the Facebook groups and the message forums. And there's a couple of different reasons people may want to remove their headrest. One of the reasons is that the angle of the seat back pushes your head too far forward when wearing a helmet on track. So lots of folks like to take it out, reverse it, put it back in to give yourself a little bit more clearance for your helmet. Another reason is that for that kind of same purpose, the base model Camaro has a more flat, upright headrest that people find more comfortable than the slightly angled Recaro version. So I'll cover the best way to remove the headrest because I've seen some pretty wild options out there, like removing the seat and pulling the seat back off of it to get to it, and none of that is necessary. I will get in up close, show you some photos, show you the spring that you need to pull on. In fact, I'll put that up on the screen right now. And you'll see the little loop that needs to be pulled back towards the rear of the car to get the headrest out. Now that loop and that spring is in the same position on both headrest posts for either the driver or the passenger side. So let's dig in and I'll show you exactly what you need to do. All right, now that I've brought you in close, I will show you on the driver's side what you need to do, but keep in mind that this is the same process, the same procedure, whether it's on the driver's side of the vehicle or the passenger side of the vehicle. So as I showed you in the clip before, there is a little metal loop with a spring on it that needs to be hooked and pulled back towards the rear of the vehicle. Now you'll need to do that on each post. So you will for sure need a hook tool of some sort, and you may or may not need a panel removal tool. And this is really just to give yourself a little bit more room to get your hook tool in. But we're gonna go ahead and start by just pushing the button, raising the headrest as high as it goes. And then you have these two plastic collars. These just half rotate and pull up. Nothing special to them. You can do the same on both of them. It's like a half turn rotation, then you'll pull them up. From here, using your other hand to support, and I know it's gonna be kind of hard to see, but you're gonna get your hook tool in there and you're gonna pull on that spring. And you'll notice that you got some upward pressure. Now, it's easiest if you put your hand back here to keep this side up while you go in for the other side. Find that loop, and there you go. You can now pull your seat out, or I should say your headrest out. And then if you need to, you can reverse it, reverse the angle, put it back in. As far as reinstalling it, it's just a matter of sliding it back in. Now, if that's all you needed to do, you are ready to put your headrest back in, whether it's backwards, whether it's the base model seat that has the more upright headrest, you're ready to go. Now, the reason I'm taking my headrest off is because I am installing the Follow My Line seatbelt guide. And, I'll cover this a little bit more on what it does and why it's there, but all you need to do to put your headrest back in is to make sure the plastic collars are on the posts, line it up with the plastic slots and push it back down. Now, as far as the collars go, again, it'll be a simple half turn. You'll want to make sure that the angle is facing opposite of what you think it would be in this scenario. And then push down, half turn to the right, same on the other side. And your headrest is installed and in place. if you stuck around this long in the video, I'll cover the Follow My Line seatbelt guide and why it was created and what its purpose is for. And it actually serves two purposes, right? So a little bit of backstory. My business partner, Tony, and I, we had been looking at seatbelt guides for years, a couple of years. In fact, I want to say probably 2023, maybe right when he got his. For the reason that, it's not always easy to reach way back there to grab the seatbelt. So for a lot of us, we started looking back into the early 2000s GM days and started looking for solutions there with some of the vehicles like the Grand Prix or the Cobalt or some other vehicles. Even the 5th gen Camaro Recaro seats had a little strap to keep the seatbelt closer to you. And with the redesign of the 6th gen and the redesign of the seat, that went away. Now, the nice thing about the seatbelt guide that Tony designed and I've put through the paces, in fact, these are all of the different prototypes that we tested. Broken, bent, damaged. And, I've tested them with a hybrid Hans device and without. But ideally, what this does, its first purpose is to bring the seatbelt closer to you. So it keeps it closer to you. You don't have to reach back to grab it. But for me, and more importantly for me, is that it repositions the seatbelt itself. Without the guide, the seatbelt would come across and sit across my neck right here. And with this guide, when it's properly positioned, it's sitting across my collarbone. So these will be available on the site soon. Look for them. I'll have a link in the description as soon as they are. But hopefully you learned something today, not only on how to remove the headrest for your seat and put it back in, but also if you want to take a look at the seatbelt guide, they're available too. So until next time, until the next project, we'll see you then.